to my channel SQLSession58. Today we will be discussing about types of recovery. After that we will be continuing with corruption. So we have here two types of recovery. First one is the restart recovery and second is restore recovery. Restore recovery I have already explained. So we will be having in restore recovery four phases. First one is data copy phase, second is redo, and third is recovery point, fourth is undo. So redo means whenever the data is copying to MDF files, right, at that time it will copy all the uncommitted transaction as well, that is reapplying. Okay, so it is a roll forward, and all the uncommitted transaction and committed transactions, it will reach the point and it has been recovered, that is known as recovery point. And at last whatever the uncommitted transaction during the roll backward, that is undo. So at that time the uncommitted transaction will be cancelled and it will be, the database will open with clean state. So I have explained these things and all in restore recovery. In restart recovery, whenever the instance is restarted, all the master model, MSDB, MDB databases are there now, including this user databases. It will come online. Similar like restore recovery, as we said, like there will also be uncommitted transaction during the crash. When it occurs, at that time what happens means some users will be inserting records or updating. It will cancel whenever it is started. Whichever the committed transactions are there, it will come into online state. The database will be online. So now what I will be doing, I will be restarting the SQL services. Here if I go to SSMS, I will be connecting to this desktop, okay, this default SQL Server instance. I will go to run and I will be opening this SQL Server Manager 16.msc. So as I said, like whenever you want to restart the SQL services, you have to do from SQL Configuration Manager. And one more thing, like if you have 2005, 8, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 2022, 2022, if it is there, whichever the highest version you have installed in your server, you can open that. Okay, so all will be compatible with higher version. So I am clicking OK on this. So now I will be restarting the services and I will be checking the current logs. Okay, so here what I will be doing, I will be restarting this default instance. Restart. I will be disconnecting and connecting again. So you can go to SQL Server error logs here in management. You'll be finding here SQL Server error logs. You can open this current error log. Okay. So when you open, if you scroll down, this is restart recovery, guys. So if you see here, start first, whenever you restart the SQL services, first the master will come up. Okay, and if you scroll up, then model is coming up. After that the resource database. Okay, that means I already discussed it, is the hidden database. It has metadata. Actual data comes from master, metadata comes from resource DB. Okay, and it has the resource ID of 32767. This things and all I have already explained in my earlier classes. So after that it is starting the model database MSDB. Okay, so it will start like that. And if there is any user database here, it will also start that. Here DB encrypt is there, right? So if you go here, starting of the DB encrypt, okay. First it has started master, and after that model, and after that MSDB, and after that it has opened started up this DB encrypt database. So if you scroll up, yeah, here parallel redo is the redo operation. It does same like that, committed, whether committed transactions are there, it will apply, and after that it will complete all the recovery, okay. This committed and uncommitted transaction. After that, at last, what it does means database will be open, all the databases will be in open state. The database will be in clean state. Whatever the uncommitted transactions are there, that will cancel and it will come online, okay. So here it is online. So this is the restart recovery. So now I will be continuing with the corruption topic. So as I explained in last class, we have 10 dB, right? So if anything happens to 10 dB, we just need to restart the SQL services, okay? So whenever we restart the SQL services whenever we restart the SQL services, new 10 dB will be created. If you go to properties and check here, in properties created, that will be this thing, okay. Just now before I have restarted that, today date it is showing, and if it is corrupted, there is only one solution. You have to restart the SQL services. If the data file is full, log file is full, you have to shrink. You can shrink or shrink that. If it is not possible, then we can restart the services. I will be explaining the shrink operations and all in later on classes, okay. So now we have master, okay, model the MSDB. Like if master is got corrupted, what we can do is at the time of corruption, what it happens, we have this master contains the information about all linked servers, store procedure, logins, and many more, okay. So it is the heart of the SQL server. If master goes down, then the SQL services won't come online. So master is important, and it is also a brain of SQL server, okay. All the user defined databases information also it is there inside the master. This MD will copy some properties from model, and if this goes also it won't come online, and MDB also if it goes it happens something, it won't come online. What about the MSDB? You have to note it down this. If MSDB goes down, then SQL services will come online. So now I will be showing the practical demo of MSDB. In next class I will be showing you the other system database corruption demos, okay. So how to bring back that online, so that I will be discussing this thing. So first I will be showing the properties here. Whenever something happens to your database, we'll be having backup now for user database. Same like that, if anything happens to master model MSDB and resource database also. So resource database we have to have backups, okay. So resource database is the hidden database. So we have to take the backup, we have to keep the backup because it has all the information about the logins, linked servers, store procedure, and all other user defined databases information, and also their paths, okay. So this and all information, this master content. So all the user databases and all the system databases backups we need, right? And first we have to take the backups. Before taking the backup, I want to explain you. If you go to master here, if you go to properties and options, every time by default the master will be in simple recovery model only. If you click on full, if you want to take the differential backup and log backup, it won't allow, okay. So here now I'll be showing you taking the backup of master, okay. Right click new query, backup, database master to disk equal to C. If anything is there in C backup folder, I will delete that. Okay, C backup folder, there is nothing. Backup, you can give it as in master underscore full dot BAK. So I am running this command. Okay, you can take the backup here, and now I will be performing differential backup. You can't perform differential backup on master, only full backup is possible. Also this T-log backup also I can't perform in master. I'll be showing with the proof with the differential. If you give here, and you can change here DIFF. So it won't allow us. You can only perform a full backup on master database. Use database backup to backup the entire master database. So it won't allow us to take differential backup. What about T-log backup? So we'll be checking that also. It is in simple recovery model. I know about that. I will be changing you and showing that also. So here I will be mentioning as log. Okay, and here log. So I can't perform. So if it is in full simple recovery model, you can't perform, right? Only in full backup you can perform log backup. So in options I will be changing. Okay, here I will be changing to full. Although it is full, you can't perform the backup. Log backup you can't perform. So cannot backup the log of master. Use backup database instant. Okay, to go to same like that as master. This MHDB also has a simple recovery model. Okay, if you go to properties option, then you can see it is as simple. Okay, for MHDB database, if anything happens to MHDB, then all the jobs, alerts, proxies here, all the backup information will be losing. So MHDB backup also is very important. Same like that, if you go to model, properties, you can check the recovery model in properties option. Then if you check this model properties, it will be full recovery model. And TempDB, if you check or not, it is not no use. Okay, because this TempDB you can't take the backup only. Okay, whether it is simple or full, it is no point. Okay, it has no point. And so only model will be in full recovery model in system databases. So like I will be taking the backup of this model also. Okay, only here full database backups will be performed on system databases. So you can take model database backup I will be performing now. So if anything happen, you can restore from this. Okay, for the safety purpose. So if you don't have the backups of system database in your organization, please go and implement. If anything happens to master, then everything you have to build a new server, and then you have to restore all the user databases. Everything, every information will be lost, like login information, linked server, store procedure, and all other user database information and their path and all they will be losing. So also the model information and also the MSDB information also important, because in MSDB there will be backup information, jobs information, alerts, proxies, and many more. Same like this, we can take the backup for MSDB as well. I will copy this command and I will be pasting here. So we can mention here as MSDB, and here you will be changing MSDB underscore full.bak file name. So we can take the MSDB backup. So now we have took the master model MSDB. So how to take the resource DB backup, that is also important, right? So how to take the backup? We can't take the backup because here there is nothing called as resource DB in the instance. So what we can do is we can go to that bin and location, see it, right? Program files, Microsoft SQL Server. In this server here you will find bin and, right? Then if you scroll down here you will be finding the two files, MS SQL system resource .mdf and .ldf. Okay, so you can copy this and keep it safely in that backup folder somewhere you can paste. Okay, this is the backup of resource DB. You can consider this as okay, backup of resource DB. So this is only the backup. This is how we can take the backup of resource DB. We can copy those two files, MDF and LDF, to any location. Okay. So I copied to BK this backup file. I will be stopping the SQL services. So here you can go and stop the SQL services. Now I will be corrupting the MSDB MDF files. After once it gets stopped, so I can go to see program files, MS SQL Server, MS SQL data. Then here what you can do is like you can go and find that MSDB MDF file. This one you can delete. After deleting, you can bring back this SQL services up. Okay. So when the SQL services up, you can see here this MSDB will be in recovery pending. Okay. To connect. Yeah, now it is connected. Now this SQL Server agent also got disabled and it is not up. If anything happens to MSDB, then SQL Server will survive because it is an optional database. MSDB is an optional database. So if you expand here, MSDB is in recovery pending. So how to bring back it is very easy. If you have the backup, then it is possible. So it is very important to take the backup of all the system database. You have to, if there is no system data backups in your company, please suggest your team to have the system database backups. Now I have that backup, right? You can restore from the backup easily. Here this is the file location I have. What I can do, I can restore it as restore database MSDB from disk equal to path. You have to mention with replace. Okay, with comma recovery. If you don't mention also, it will be with recovery only. If you run this, this MSDB is restored successfully. See, whatever the backup information, jobs information, alerts information, it will come online only. So here it is in stopped state, right? I can start the SQL Server agent. So this is also up. If you refresh this, this will also be up. You can have that all the data before, okay, what is there in the backups, it has been restored from that. So also if there is no backup, we can bring the MHDB, but there will be no information. All the information will be lost. The backup information, all the jobs information, alerts, proxies, this error logs, all the information will be losing. And if you want to bring the MHDB back, there is a way, okay, but the information will lose, but dummy we can restore it back. So how to do that? We can go to program files, Microsoft SQL Server, this instance ID, MS SQL, in bin folder there is a template folder. Microsoft also knows that we will be not performing in some companies the backup of system databases. So what they did, they have given the dummy files, MDF and LDF, they have kept in this template folder in bin and location, okay. Template folder, if you go, you can find here, you can copy and paste it there. Same, you have to stop the services. So I'll be explaining in next class. Also this master and MD model I will be completing in next class. So that's all for today's class, guys. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to my channel. Bye, take care.